Hello everyone, today we will discuss the measure of central tendency, a key concept in statistics that help us find the center of any dataset. So what is central tendency? It's basically the center point of a distribution of observation. There are three main types you should know: mean, median, and mode. First, we're focusing on the mean, also called the arithmetic mean or average. Think of it as the balance point of your data, but keep in mind the mean can be influenced by extreme values like super high or super low numbers. So it's best used when you want a reliable overall measure and your data doesn't have too many outliers. How to compute for the mean? First is ungrouped data. Mean equals sum of the values over the number of values. For example, Jeffrey has been working on the programming and updating a website for his company for the past 24 months. The following numbers represent the number of hours Jeffrey has worked on this website for each of the past 7 months: 24, 31, 50, 66, 78. What is the mean or average number of hours that Jeffrey worked on this website each month? First, let's break down the solution. Add the numbers to determine the total numbers of hours he worked. 24 plus 25 plus 33 plus 50 plus 53 plus 66 plus 77 equals 329. Divide the total by the number of months, which is 7 months. Mean equals 329 over 7 equals 47, or the average number of hours that Jeffrey worked on this website each month. Next is weighted mean. This is the formula of weighted mean. Weighted mean equals summation of fx over n. Let's break down the parts of weighted mean formula. Weighted mean equals weighted mean. F means frequency, x means score, summation of fx over n equals the sum of the product of frequency and score. For example, there are 1,000 notebooks sold at 10 pesos each, 500 notebooks at 20 pesos each, 500 notebooks at 25 pesos each, and 100 notebooks at 30 pesos each. Compute the weighted mean. As you observe on the table, it contains notebook price, means, the x, frequency, and the fx. 10 pesos each, the frequency is 1,000. When you multiply 10 pesos to 1,000, the sum is 10,000. 20 pesos, the frequency is 500. When you multiply 20 times 500, the sum is 10,000. So on and so forth. Now, let's compute the weighted mean. Weighted mean equals summation of fx over n. Let's substitute the 35,000 and the summation of fx. And let's substitute 2,100 for the n. 35,000 over 2,100 equals 16.90. Group data. Mean equals summation of fx m over n, where mn means mean, f equals frequency, xm means class mark, summation of fxm equals sum of the product of frequency and class mark. N means total frequency. For example, solve for the mean. To the first column, it contains weight of the cabs. To the second column, it contains the frequency. 200 to 210, the frequency is 3. 191 to 200, the frequency is 8. 181 to 190, the frequency is 12. 171 to 180, the frequency is 11, so on and so forth. And the total frequency equals to 45. Let's break down the solution. In solving for the mean, given the group data or frequency distribution, we need to add two columns for class mark and sum of frequency and class mark. To solve the class mark, you will add the 200 plus 210 then divided by 2 equals 205.5, so on and so forth. To solve the frequency and class mark, you will multiply the 3 and 205.5 equals 616.5. so on and so forth. And the total or summation of fxm equals 8,137.5. Now, let's use the mean formula. Mean equals fxm over n equals 8,137.5 over 45 equals 180.3. And the total mean is 180.83. Let's move to the second types of central tendency, which is median. MD is the midpoint of the data array. Before finding this value, the data must be arranged in order from least to greatest or vice versa. The median will either be a specific value or will fall between two values. How to compute the median? First is ungrouped data. The median is obtained by inspecting the middlemost value of the arranged distribution either in ascending or descending order. It can be also solved using the formula of n plus 1 over second. For example, find the median of the following prices: 50 pesos, 55 pesos, 60 pesos, 65 pesos, 12 pesos, 35 pesos, and 48 pesos. Let's break down the solution. But before that, we need to arrange the following data from least to greatest: 12 pesos, 35 pesos, 48 pesos, 50 pesos, 55 pesos, 60 pesos, 65 pesos, and the total count is 7. Now, let's use the formula n plus 1 over 2. Median equals n plus 1 over 2 equals 7 plus 1 over 2 equals 4. So the median is 50. Next is group data. In computing the median of the group data, determine the median class which contain the n over 2 score under less than CF of the cumulative frequency distribution. To solve for the median, we use the formula median equals XLB plus n over 2 minus CFB over FM times intervals, where MD means median, XLB means lower boundary or true lower limit of the median class, N is total frequency, CFB equals cumulative frequency before the median class, Fn equals frequency of the median class, and I size of the class interval. For example, solve for the median for the following data. As you observe in the table, first column contains class frequency, second column contains the frequency, and the third column contains cumulative frequency. And the N or the total frequency is 60. How to get the total frequency? You need to add the all numbers on frequency. Let's break down the solution. N over 2 score equals 60 over 2 equals 30th. The median class that contains the 30th score is 14 minus 15. Lower boundary equals 13.5. Cumulative frequency equals 24. Frequency of the median equals 6 and the interval is equal to 2. Let's use the formula of median equals lower boundary plus n over 2 minus cumulative frequency times interval over frequency of the median. Let's substitute the 13.5 for lower boundary plus the n equals 60 substitute to the n over 2 minus 24 or the cumulative frequency times 2 or the class interval over 6, which mean the frequency of the median class. Now, 13.5 plus 30 minus 24 times 2 over 6 equals 13.5 plus 2 equals 15.5. It is the median. Now, let's move to the last type of central tendency, which is mode. It's the measure or value which occur most frequently in a set of data. This is the three types of mode: unimodal, bimodal, multimodal. For example, in unimodal, 15212, and the mode is 2 because the 2 appears 2 times. For bimodal, for example, 766898, the mode is 6 and 8 because 6 and 8 appears 2 times. And for multimodal, the example is 11, 8, 10, 10, 9, 8, 9, and the mode is 8, 9, and 10. How to find the mode? First, the mode of the ungrouped data. For example, find the mode of the following discounts. 4%, 7%, 7%, 7%, 8%, 8%, 9%, 10%, 11%, 11%, 13%. And the mode is 7 because it appears 3 times only. Next is the mode of the ungrouped data. Mode equals lower boundary plus difference between the frequency of the modal class and frequency above it over difference between the frequency of the modal class and frequency above it plus difference between the frequency of the modal class and frequency below it times size of class interval. For example, find the mode of the following data. As you observe on the table, first column contains class limit. To the second column contains frequency. To the third column contains cumulative frequency. To get the total frequency, we need to add those numbers under the frequency. So the total number of frequency equals 40. Now let's move to the formula of mode. Mode equals lower boundary plus open close parenthesis df1 over df1 plus df2 times interval. Now let's substitute the 144.5 to lower boundary plus let's substitute the 3 to difference between or the df1 over 3 plus 7 and the class interval is 9 equals 144.5 plus close open parenthesis 3 over 10 times 9. 144.5 plus close open parenthesis 0.39. Now let's first 2 times the 0.3 times 9 equals 2.7. 144.5 plus 2.7 equals 147.2 or the mode. This is the end of our lesson.